In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the key secrets of how to future-proof yourself. These are really key steps that if you follow, you're going to help create success for yourself, not just now, but in the future, and future-proof yourself so you stay relevant and value for the rest of your working career. The first one is to have a plan. If you haven't got a plan, good luck. You need to decide which way you're going and how you're going to get there. And along that way, you need to have step 2, be incredibly organised. Know when you're going to do key things, but above all, learn to prioritise. Prioritisation is absolutely essential. Do the things that make the biggest impact on what you're trying to achieve. So, for example, in sales, what activities are going to enable your clients to say yes to you more often? That's what you really need to focus on. If you're going to be in design, in creating things, where and who do you need to be speaking to that's going to help you come up with the best ideas? Prioritise it. Really absolutely essential. The third element is to make sure that you are self-motivated. You need to know what motivates you. What are your motivational values? How are you going to get the best out of yourself? How are you going to dig yourself out of a rut? How are you going to help yourself when things get tough and you feel, oh gosh, wish I hadn't gone down this route? And that's really quite important, knowing what your motivational values are. The fourth one is the ability to think differently. Now, I know how David thinks. Obviously, that's great. He gets paid for it. Doing his future-proofing talks and coaching sessions and training sessions and all the other programs that he runs. That's great. But what David needs to learn is how people think, how other people see things, how they do it. They may have other ideas to the way that I do it. Because if I always just think the way that David thinks, that's great. But it'd be much better if I also understood how other people thought and see things. So I talk to a lot of people who've got different ideas, different ways of working, and that creates and generates more ideas for me. Really essential. The fifth thing is you've got to work hard to make it happen. Now, you'll see on social media, follow these 4 steps and you can be highly successful and earn millions of pounds by working a week and an hour and a half a day or an hour and a half a week. Full of great promises. Good luck. But I think it is important that we do have the realisation you've got to work hard at what your dreams are and what your aspirations are and what you're trying to achieve. There's no substitute for working hard, but going back to being organised and prioritising is making sure that you work on the right things that make the biggest difference. Yes, as you get more successful, you can then start to cut back your hours because you've worked out how things work. Yeah, it does get easier as time goes on. But in the beginning, you've got to work hard at it to make it happen. Because if you don't do it for you, who's going to do it for you? And the last thing is one of my favourite subjects is you've got to focus on what you can control. We get too wound up and too het up and worry about things we've got no control over, which is complete waste of energy and time. Now, it is important. We're going to, as I said, we're going to have difficult times. You're going to have setbacks, but you focus on what you can control. And the key thing that you can control is ourselves, our behaviour, our thinking, the way that we work, who we speak to, what we learn, how we develop, the decisions we make. And as soon as you start taking that control, life becomes a lot easier. So these 6 steps really are the important secrets and ingredients to future-proofing yourself. And if you want any help in any of these areas, please do get in contact. I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you. Plus also, there's a lot of other answers on some of my other videos on my YouTube site, which is all about, obviously, future-proofing yourself. So please do like, share and comment on this. And if you do want to get in contact with me for an more in-depth conversation that's personalised to you, please do get in contact. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you for your time.